I like this already.
You're on trial. You're about to go. You're going to be sentenced to go to prison for life.
Jury of my peers, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh.
Yep. You get one chance, though, to get out of it. You have to name one athlete, any sport, that proves that you know ball.
Oh.
If you name an athlete that is determined to be casual ball knowledge, you go to prison.
What's left?
There's some stats about the MVP that I think you both are going to enjoy here. What do you mean, no?
I won't care.
Are you going to refer to the fact that he was benched in the final defensive possession when everyone clowned on Luka for not playing defense, and it's more than just about scoring and all that blah, blah nonsense?
No, that's... dude, I just can't wait for there to be, like, 17 feeder leagues, and I'm at, like, 4:30 in the morning sending you guys text on, like... an August afternoon being like, did you guys see the Shanghai Sharks win their game against the Bay of Bengal Tigers? This is gold right now. This is all gold.
We've only got 45 seconds of it, but we're live.
Oh, we are.
Oh, nice.
36.
That would have been good to know.
Welcome in. It's fine.
He's like pressing buttons. Yeah, we were live 2 minutes ago, but still pressing buttons.
Whoops. But welcome in. Thank you for joining us. We've got some cool. I shouldn't say cool. A lot of interesting storylines to talk about.
We do.
Before we get into it, Nate wanted to bring up something, and I don't know anything about it, so we're just gonna throw ourselves to the wolves here.
This is a dangerous way to start the episode.
I know.
Go on, Nate.
So I saw an Instagram reel. I thought it'd be fun for us to do, at least you two, because I've obviously already seen it and have thought about it, so it wouldn't be fair.
I like this already.
You're on trial. You're about to go. You're going to be sentenced to go to prison for life.
Jury of my peers, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh.
Yep. You get one chance, though, to get out of it. You have to name one athlete, any sport, that proves that you know ball.
Oh.
If you name an athlete that is determined to be casual ball knowledge, you go to prison. If it proves that you have ball knowledge, you get out scot-free.
This is tough.
Any sport, if you do golf, do another athlete, because there's just no way for Brando and I to determine that.
No, because that would be too easy.
Yes.
That would be too easy. I wasn't even thinking that. I was throwing that one out.
I just wanted to clarify that. So the one that I used,
Four major athletes.
The one that
major
I
sports.
used, since I'll just go first, was Patriots Bucks running back legend Jeff Dumps.
Okay.
So 2 carries, 14 yards.
I was gonna say no idea who that is, so that kind of makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Now here's the problem. I think you just slipped up. I think you're going to jail.
You think I'm going to jail?
Yes. Here's why. I think there is an argument that is a casual ball knower because it's for your team. I think the real casual is.
Here's the thing, though.
They only watch their team.
Here's the thing, though. He was never technically officially on the Patriots roster.
The 2 carries.
He was the 2 carries on Tampa Bay.
Fair enough, and that is honestly just nothing enough that I think it fits this. I think you're safe.
I think it fits.
But you're dancing a fine line by picking a guy on your team, which is where I'm having a challenge. Because I was going to say like a Ben Gordon. That's a legendary bull. If you know ball, he's a legend. He's not going to go down in any Hall of Fame or nothing, but he was, in my book, Hall of Really Gooder. But I can't choose him. I'm going to go... it's too recent. I immediately was reaching for Edwin Encarnacion.
Oh, no, you're straight to jail,
yeah, that
my
would have been straight to jail. I'm not. That was the first word, the first name that came to my head. We're not doing that, though. Trust me, we're not doing that. I'm trying to stay away from my boys. It is going to be, oh, man. Oh, geez. See, dude, again, I want to go with the TK Hernandez. I want to go with like a Hispanic guy that didn't play for the Cubs.
Wait a minute. So
Kike Hernandez is kind of a big name. I can't.
Yeah, that's why I
was gonna say. I think that's still
Yeah.
a casual take. You're really trying to shoot for a guy that either just went so far under the radar that people would just be like, what? Or go for a guy that, like I did, had 2 touches.
Well, because
might have pitched in 1 game.
Well, okay. See, here's
or
now.
Or it did something so obscure, like you can pull the Blackhawks emergency goalie as an example. I think that's ball knowledge. He was an emergency goalie.
Okay,
that's funny.
Okay, that changes the way I'm approaching this because I thought there had to be like a
good
minimal threshold.
No.
I
think if anything, I mean, you can go with a guy that's played for years. The problem is the longer they played, the more likely the average fan has at least heard of the name. So
we're just thinking 1 and done. And now again, this is the part where I'm kind of blurry on this.
You don't have to go that route.
Well, my only take would be that it would be easy just to be like, yeah, Zay Frazier on the Bears.
Love that.
He got drafted, never even played in 1 practice. They just released him. I don't know that should qualify because I don't think he's considered a ball player. He never touched the field.
I think the qualification is they had to have at least played in 1 regular season moment
of their professional sport.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes,
I like that.
So
that changes
that was why I was using for Jeff Demps because I was like, ooh, I don't even know if he actually. I had to remember if he actually played or not.
Johnny Knox.
He did get. Yeah. You know what's hilarious? I knew you were going to go
that guy. That poor guy.
I mean, he would have been a legend.
I
in
knew,
some areas, he is a legend.
Yeah.
Craziest part is when I saw this, I knew immediately you were going to pull that. I knew you were going to pull Johnny Knox.
Very easy to remember him, though, but I don't think that's casual because of how bad. I
think it's borderline casual because his injury is well known enough.
It's researched at like the Illinois Bone and Joint Institute.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure he's got some notoriety
and
there.
I think the 1 year he led the team in receptions could be enough.
Okay.
That the average person might know, but it is far back enough, and that's a tough one.
Yeah, and again, this is where it's like I'm trying to find that balancing act of like, what is their role on the team, and if they just never played for them, like, yeah, that shows that you know it, but I also don't necessarily count that. So I'm trying to find that Goldilocks of like they played for a good amount of time, but they're the Hall of Nobodies.
Johnny Knox did not play very long.
Yeah,
I'll definitely give you that. I just think it's funny.
Zach Randolph.
That's Hall of pretty good.
That's all pretty good. You're definitely better with Johnny Knox.
The tight end on the Bears?
No, I'm thinking of Zach Randolph.
Oh, we were thinking NBA. Holy crap.
See, now that's how deep this one is.
Okay.
Nick's good.
I was basketball. Who are we talking about?
You gotta lock it in.
I was gonna say but I gotta make sure that's his name. It could be Rudolph. I could be mistaken. That's how bad it is. It's either Randolph or Rudolph.
Well, then you're cooked if you get it wrong.
That's the
problem.
Nate at least has his phone if he needs to Google this.
I do have my phone.
Shoot, I might have to redact that one because I
don't know, man.
I'm gonna slip up and accidentally say somebody that's like borderline Hall of Famer.
Do you want to think about it and we go
He's
to Brandon?
He's gotta give something here.
I do. Yeah, I've got one if you're ready for it.
Yeah, that you've been Googling, right?
I haven't. No.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick a player, at least in terms, you guys both went your team, so I'm gonna go mine. If I'm gonna go Hall of okay, but had more than a few years in, I'm taking Sidney Rice.
I know him though. I think that's close. I think that's close.
I think
I can
that's
picture him with the hair. That's the problem. He's got the long dreads, right?
Kinda. Yeah, but I mean, if you really think about it, yes, he played 7 years, but he was only with Minnesota for 4 years. Only had 1 year where he was Pro Bowl, and that was the 2009 run.
Immediate disqualifier.
Yeah, he's a Pro Bowler.
Oh, that's a disqualifier.
I think that's an immediate. He's a Pro Bowler.
I think.
Did you miss the first 10 minutes of this podcast?
He's a Pro Bowler and do these things, man. All right,
fair enough.
I'm producing
straight to jail for Sidney Rice.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. You're good. You're good.
We'll give you another one.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. Then at that point, I'm gonna maybe argue Toby Gerhart.
Better.
Yeah.
That is better.
Better. Don't know who it is. Better.
The Vikings running back.
He was a backup running back to Adrian Peterson,
yes,
and then he went and signed with Jacksonville. And did diddly. So.
Okay.
I think the fact that Nick said he didn't know who he is, I'll allow it.
I think that's fair. Now, are we considering like a one and done? Like a
yeah.
Okay. Like a Johnny Manziel. But that doesn't count, right?
Well, Everyone knows Johnny Money.
That's a terrible example just because of name alone.
Right?
But,
okay, so it's not just it's all about notoriety.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too.
Man, this is gonna stump me, dude.
You don't have to do football, obviously.
I know.
I know you were thinking Edwin Díaz. You mentioned Ben Wallace. Ben Gordon. Sorry, I always do that with those two.
I do too. Well, I actually don't, because that was my favorite player growing up. I love Ben Gordon so much, dude.
Ben Gordon was nice.
Number
but
7.
Ben Wallace?
Well, yeah, he was on the wrong side of the Lake Michigan, though.
Yeah.
True.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Hell of a ball player, though.
Dude, this is tough. Dude, because again, I want to try to pick somebody that's not on my own team.
Ooh, okay.
Because I think that should be that right there. I think is a disqualifier if they're on your team, only because okay, my dad's a casual ball watcher.
Okay,
Dad, if you're watching, I love you, but you're pretty casual. He probably knows half of the players on the Bears that never, saw the sunlight. I don't necessarily consider that to be a hardcore ball knower just because it's your team.
All right, if you want to go that route,
I was going to say,
I'll go Pittsburgh Pirates player Daryl Ward. Guarantee you nobody knows that.
I thought you were going to say Daryl Strawberry.
Guarantee you nobody knows Daryl Ward. So there we go.
That's fair. I know because people know this guy because of how bad he was and how many saves he blew. I was thinking of Pedro Strop.
Oh, I thought you were thinking Carlos Marmol.
That too. That's another good one there.
Okay.
Jeff Samardzija.
Oh,
that's an interesting name.
I think
I do know Jeff.
I think the casual would know Jeff Samardzija.
I know that's so borderline because he did that.
He played way too long, and he played with multiple organizations.
He did the multiple organizations stint.
He played Cubs, White Sox, Giants.
Oh, I forget I can always choose the White Sox because that's not my team, and they have a lot of nobodies. They've always had a lot of nobodies. Is Yohan Makata on the list?
I like
German
Mercedes.
I know.
Too recent.
Is German Mercedes too recent?
I know who that is.
I'm just saying. Yes, the three of us will probably know some
of
these names.
No, people will know because of why he got sent down.
Fine.
Yeah, that's kind of where my mind went.
The storyline behind him is no.
The unwritten rules.
Yeah. No, too many baseball fans. I think baseball is even more dangerous because, there's a lot more old heads, I don't know. You can go both ways with baseball, but I think it's going to be tougher to pull.
I think if I had to take someone who was at least on one of my teams at some point that was never very good, is a legend in his own way if they know the funny stats about it, but I'm going to have to go ahead and take Tony Snell.
That's such a good pick, but I also think that he's become a meme because of that one stat line you're referring to.
I'm
doing a Tony Snell is like modern mainstream culture, dude.
I feel like Tony Snell's still casual.
He's very casual, but that's a good point. I every week at work I go in and do a Tony Snell. Every week.
I get that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like because his name is a verb, I think it kind of is it's a disqualifier.
Now, what you could have done college ball too.
Oh!
I think that should open the door for you.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I was totally eliminating that. I think that's why I didn't do the golf thing because it's like major four. I was sticking to the major four. Listen.
It said the qualifier was any sport, so I don't understand why college sports wouldn't count. Maybe keep it within the two top watch.
Michael
like
McGurven.
Football. There you go. Ball knowledge.
I guess. He's a dart player. That's why I'm like, I don't... But everybody knows Michael McGurven. Oh, Michael McGurven. He's like the biggest name in darts, guys. Come on. That's the most electric sport ever.
See,
I don't think of that guy for darts. I think of the guy that does he walks up
Titanium.
the
bulletproof. Yeah, that's oh god, this is gonna frustrate. kind of getting into the darts game, to be honest.
But you're not wrong. I've seen that. I was like, why is darts actually electric,
I
man?
love it, dude.
It's awesome.
They need to add that to the Olympics, to be honest.
His name is
that would be crazy. I forgot his name.
It's like, what is the name of that song?
Titanium?
Titanium.
It's
just something. It's something like something steel or something like he's got a metal in his name. Yeah. Why am I blanking on this? Unimportant. Honestly, I might be going to jail, boys. Like I can only think of main streamers right now. I am drawing so many blanks.
But it like I said, it is a lot easier for me to say I'm good when I came across the prompts.
Kirk Heinrich?
Nah.
Yeah, but like, are you just saying that because you were a Chicago guy?
Well, but then that's the argument that I'm making with every other player that we've named so far, and you said that my pick.
Stephen Marbury.
I think that's probably more casual than Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would think less people would know or the 9-to-5 accountant Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah, that's a good point. Amir Ashik.
That's gotta be.
That's gotta be a poll. I don't care.
He ended up.
I think that's a poll.
But no,
nobody knows that guy.
I would argue he's more casual than all the other names because Amir Ashik got a contract from the Rockets when James Harden went there. If you don't recall that.
And yet what?
Plenty of guys have gotten.
It doesn't matter if he didn't have a good career panning that, but he still had his name in the headlines moving forward.
I don't remember that. Can we fact check this?
Mm-hmm. I'm on it.
I mean, I'm sure. He might have been listed in there, but like
a site that just you type in an athlete name. And it just grades your ball knowledge like on a scale of 1 to 10.
In July of 2012, Amir Ashik signed a 3-year, $25 million offer sheet with Houston Rockets. The poison pill contract is structured to make it difficult for the Chicago Bulls to match.
Yes.
What are you saying? You just said he was signed with the Rockets, but what does that got to do with James Harden?
Okay. In July of 2012. Amir Ashik signed a 3-year, $25.1 million offer sheet with the Houston Rockets.
Everybody remembers
that
was an
article. Offer sheet.
You remember that article, right?
Clearly I do.
They made it difficult for the Bulls to match. He went. They did not qualify. They didn't take his offer sheet. They let him walk. Amir Ashik went to the Rockets. And then, if I have to confirm with you, just
wait a minute.
I think just because though a guy gets a contract doesn't mean. Plenty of guys.
But let's extrapolate what he's trying to do here. He's suggesting that just because this guy signed around the same time frame that this other guy signed, everybody knows who that is. It's like that's not.
I'm not saying everybody, but you guys are giving me flack for Tony Snell. You're giving me flack for Sidney Rice.
Well,
and Tony Snell's almost the same deal.
Though that's a meme.
Here's part of the reason I gave you crap for Tony Snell. Someone commented Tony Snell. And people dunked on Tony Snell.
That's fair.
But at least Sidney Rice.
I
gave you Sidney Rice at first. My only objection was that I can picture him in my head.
I can picture Amir Ashik in a Bulls.
My problem was Sidney Rice.
Let me rephrase my earlier point. I think all of us know ball, so it's going to be hard to stump us. Hence the Kirk Heinrich thing. You know Kirk. I know Kirk. But are the tens of...
Next time you do this, you just need
I got me on it, dude. You got me on it. That was
just
my
name
question.
a Charlotte Hornet and you're fine. Just not Kemba Walker.
It's true.
Literally any other.
Good point.
Maybe not Mikal Bridges.
Who was the guy when they were at Bobcats and he was really small?
It may have been. Well, you're thinking of either
Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
No, he wasn't that small. DJ Augustine.
That was it. That was the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could have pulled that, and I would have probably laughed at it. But again, I don't think Amir Ashik is even in the same ballpark as those other people.
Okay, let me ask you a question. And now you're not as much of a basketball person as Nate and I. So if you had to say and compare what name is more known to the casual fan, would you say Amir Ashik or Bismack Biyombo?
Oh,
which one is more popular?
Just would be known by more fans.
I honestly listen. I'm gonna say this like honestly. I think it is Bismarck Biyombo only because it kind of sounds like Dikembe Mutombo. So like, I'm only suggesting that people are like, oh, I know that guy's the guy that does this with his finger, and it's like not at all the same guy.
No.
I don't know, Matt. I recognize Bismack Biyombo. I don't. I
do recognize. Let me just say this. I recognize both of those names. I can tell you with certainty I only know Amir Sheik because of Amir Sheik can destroy. Stacey King, shout out. I only know that guy because of Stacey King, really. And even that is a stretch. The Bulls were bad when they had him, so that was kind of where my viewership started to tail off.
Hold on.
They were at the start of their...
Stop. In 2012, when he left the team, was when the tailspin started to happen.
That's... Okay, fair enough. What I'm saying is my viewership tailspun even before the tailspin.
Okay.
I predicted the market.
Quasimodo predicted all of this.
Yes, it's true. At any rate, it's a good topic, Nate. It's a good topic, and I really like your idea, and I think we should be working on that in secrecy.
Yeah, I like it.
Behind the scenes.
Censor it.
And you get scored. You get scored. We could do a scoring system where it's like the amount of times this person's name appears in social media. Like the less, the more the point.
This is genius.
Yeah.
We should maybe cut this part here.
That's okay. I think at least since we're talking about NBA, maybe we just put that on the back burner.
That was the greatest game of all time last night.
Well, let's get to that because there was a little bit of drama leading up to it.
There was?
Do you not know what I'm talking about? Because there was a lot.
Was it just because Shea won the MVP?
Well, it has something to do with it.
I don't think that's drama.
Well, so here's why it's drama, okay? So the MVP was supposed to be announced on Prime Video.
Oh, I did. They got cucked hard.
The second year in a row, he leaked it on purpose.
Good. Why wouldn't you?
No, man, that guy. Listen, Shams is coming up on the hate draft. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Look. I'm okay with him leaking it just because of who it is.
That's kind of where I was going to go with this.
Screw Shea and everything about that guy.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
If Jokic had won it, I'd be pissed. If Wemby had won it, I'd be pissed. Because it's Shea, I could not care less. Screw you. Shams still blows. Don't get me wrong.
You're looking at this the wrong way.
No, it's the right way.
It's not.
Shay's a filthy communist.
That's fine, but the problem with
Shea is close to developing nuclear weapons.
BB, take care of it.
Yep.
BB Netanyahu, if you're listening, he's close to developing nuclear weapons.
Shea is close to developing nuclear weapons, even though he plays in a state that doesn't know how to read. Ignored that last part. So
the issue with it is that, so yes, the NBA obviously has gotten Prime Video to start hosting games and things like that. That's great. I'm not the biggest fan of the crew they have yet because they're kind of just really quiet when they're talking the whole time. But anyway, they were supposed to say it on there. That was supposed to be their moment. And Shams and his ESPN background said, no. I'm going to report it. I'm going to tweet it. I'm going to go live on ESPN and say things about it.
Counterpoint. If you're known for one thing and you have the ability to do that one thing, you do it.
I mean that's just the nature of.
What is the downside? What is he going to lose?
Unfortunately, the nature of being.
That's kind of my point. It's like you can either sit there and spew venom in his way, or you can just say, "Hey, this guy breaks stories. Maybe we do everything in our power not to give him this freaking story. And if he gets his hands on it, oopsies, it's our fault." Fool me once, shame on you. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it.
You want to know my take on this?
What?
If it was Woj, he would have waited.
I do agree with you on that.
So?
Woj does have
integrity.
Counterpoint.
He does have another.
If Woj was given this information and Shams was given this information at the same time, and they said don't put it out, I bet both of them are putting it out immediately.
I don't know about that with Woj. I think in
terms of, if you're going to say that they both would leak it, Shams did it 2 hours early. We all know what that happened. I think with Woj, though, I think it's like a few minutes before the program starts, because if someone looks at the phone and goes, wait, what? And clicks the TV, he might generate more viewership at that point.
We'll agree on this one. He's the classier of the breakers.
Absolutely.
I'll give that one.
He is way better.
But I think it's just the most cynical, worst. This is just a stupid take to be upset with somebody that breaks things for a living, and that's what he's famous for. And you're going to be mad at him for breaking things?
The only reason I'd be mad is if you break something that's not accurate.
For me,
that's good.
That's,
or
sorry.
Or he's hooking up with an NFL head coach.
Yes, I agree with you. He has had the tendency of screwing things up.
Not the coaches, though. He is not screwing any coaches that we are aware of.
Ayo.
Sorry, that story's not dying. It won't die. Sorry. Dianers.
I can't believe that Coldplay concert was the second biggest cheating scandal in Gillette history.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, that's crazy. Whole lot of cheating in Gillette. I mean, if you want to cheat, it sounds like that's the place to go, man. That's the place to go.
At least you're admitting it, Nate.
Deflated
We've
balls.
all been on the same page. You're
deflated
welcome.
balls.
First time?
No.
First time?
I'm not admitting that. But other stuff, sure. But
to Nate's point, silly. Well, that's fine. We could leave it alone at that then. But yes, SGA wins his second MVP. He had 83 first place votes to Nikola Jokic's 10.
Shout out to the one guy that voted SGA at fourth.
Hey, hater! I love that guy.
That's a ball knower.
You want to know a real ball knower?
No, that's just a hater, and I love that.
Hey,
Keep voting.
It's both.
Yeah.
There's the one guy who voted for fifth place, Donovan Mitchell, and he was the only vote for Donovan Mitchell.
Good for that guy.
Oh, Spider.
Screw
Yeah,
it.
he qualified. He made the list because of that one guy.
Good for that guy.
That guy's got something in the steak. I don't know.
Yeah,
just randomly filling the fifth.
Donovan Mitchell in top five it might be a little wild. But
Since we just kind of mentioned like the broadcast, can we just start with that? I love hearing Al Michaels on not Al Michaels, sorry. Give me the name of the announcer.
Reggie Miller.
No, on and the NFL announcer.
Mike Tirico?
Mike Tirico, yes.
Oh yeah, Tirico.
Love having him on the broadcast of basketball. It makes me
phenomenal.
feel like I am watching Sunday football in the middle of summer, and that's all I really ever want.
Sorry, yeah, no.
Him and Kevin Harlan, man.
I think they're a great freaking duo. I love those two.
Him and Kevin Harlan are top five.
They should announce everything. They should.
I would
graduations, promotions, firings,
funerals,
you
guys
name it.
running onto the
Those
field.
Are voices. Especially that.
TV.
Especially that. Just make sure to broadcast it.
Yeah,
we want to see.
For real.
God. But yeah, so
it was a great cast.
I can't wait to get into the game because
we can get into it.
We can. Well, yes, but because I think
what's left?
There's some stats about the MVP that I think you both are going to enjoy here. What do you mean, no?
I won't care.
Are you going to refer to the fact that he was benched in the final defensive possession when everyone clowned on Luka for not playing defense, and it's more than just about scoring and all that blah nonsense?
No, it has nothing to do.
What comes around, turn around.
I can tell his patience is wearing out already.
Dude, all I want to do is name the NBA leaders by their stat for the MVP award.
Yeah.
And validate why you guys are upset about it. Yeah.
Can I just
time out?
Just a brief timeout.
Yeah.
A 15-seconder.
Yeah.
Have you not picked up on any time you drop stats, I try to, skirt you off because I know it upsets you?
The viewers like the stats, all right?
I'm just ranting for the love of the game. Nick
I'm doing it for the love of pissing him off, and it works.
Nick's rage baiting. Yeah. I'm not trying to rage bait.
Every time I hear him let's look at the stats, it's like, how can I divert this?
Rage baiting, raging.
I like to have fun with it.
Yeah, it's something. It's something.
Please, lay him on us.
So SGA wins his second MVP.
How about that?
You guys brought up it's great. 2 weeks ago, you mentioned that it should be Jokic.
Yes.
And here's what we're going to do. There's a lot of people who do because the player who led NBA points per game, Luka Doncic.
Yes.
The player who led rebounds per game, Nikola Jokic.
Yes.
Assists per game, Nikola Jokic. Blocks per game,
Wemby.
Victor Wembanyama. And then we go to the player efficiency rating, which is
Wemby?
Nope, Nikola Jokic.
Yes. Okay, I'm right. Thank you. I'll take it.
And then there's one last stat, which I think is fairly interesting because to me, this is what I think should qualify for where you do fall in MVP, and it's called VORP. Do you two know what VORP is?
Isn't that the sound that a bass makes when it's super wet and it's like VORP, 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 VORP.
It's like that Bon Jovi song.
Yeah. You're gonna have to remind me.
So VORP, I'm going to keep saying it wrong, is value over replacement player.
That's right.
It's just wins above replacement.
It's yeah.
Well,
How
so
is that anything other than war?
It's a cooler way.
It
of
is
saying
an
war,
advanced
to be fair.
basketball metric that
That's a
calculates
cooler
a player's
version of war.
overall
It is
contribution
cool.
to their team to a hypothetical replacement level player, such as a minimum salary player or a bench warmer, over an entire season. The metric uses box plus divided by minus BPM to measure a player's point contribution per 100 team possessions. A replacement level player is assigned a BPM of -2.
And what this is going to tell us is SGA plays for a super team.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy how that works.
Would you like to know of
Yes.
the four
Yes.
of the four players that we talked about
Yes.
what their VORPs are? Okay, starting at number 1, Nikola Jokic.
SGA is going to be first, I bet.
Nikola
This is a little
Jokic
reverse
finished at a
that.
9.2 VORP.
Okay.
Luka Doncic finished at a 6.6 VORP.
Oh, he's going down
Man,
a little.
his defensive warp has got to be so bad.
Yes,
but
Victor Wembanyama finished at a 6.
That's kind of shocking.
I thought
Shea-
he would have a higher VORP.
Yeah.
Gilgeous Alexander finished
He's
at
got a-
7.8. I'm just saying,
tiny vorp.
Tiny VORP, dude.
it's so small.
That's well below
It's
average.
so
That VORP.
small, dude. Come on. But all I'm saying is, I feel like being a point and a half ahead of the rest
you.
of the field there,
agree.
leading the categories.
I agree.
I'm just saying, it should have been
Thank
Nikola
you.
Jokic.
I agree. And I knew all these stats 4 weeks ago when I made that statement. I definitely went in and looked at all these stats and definitely came to my conclusion using these stats that I do enjoy and love.
He wants to talk about the weather.
Yeah.
How's that weather?
It's gonna rain.
Yeah. Okay. Riggs, absolutely. Should it have been anybody other than SGA? Absolutely.
It's voter fatigue, and
Yeah.
you know
Oh, God.
I'm getting voter fatigue. Voter fatigue.
I
Nikola
have,
Jokic should have six-peated MVP this decade. I don't know if anybody else should have won an MVP.
I was on record, I
this
think,
decade.
3
minus,
episodes?
I think maybe Giannis. I don't
3
remember.
episodes ago, I also mentioned the voter fatigue, and that's why people weren't going to vote for Victor Wembanyama. And that drives me
It's
nuts.
stupid.
I'm
You
putting on the
tinfoil hat?
tinfoil hat right
It's
now.
stupid.
Okay.
Did anybody else watch the game last night?
And now we're on to game 1.
That's, well, no.
I did not.
Okay. You don't do what I do. That's what I do. I derail you. You don't derail me.
We're talking about game 1 now. Spurs Thunder.
So, my tinfoil hat, if you guys are watching the game, there was a moment where they brought up the flashes of only players to have won back-to-back championships and back-to-back MVPs 2 years in a row. I believe, I can't remember who the first one was, but I'm guessing it was probably Michael.
I think it was Bill Russell.
Maybe it was Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. Next one, whatever, could have been Michael. But
It was either Kareem or it was Jordan.
there was only like 2 other players, so I know
But he was the 4th.
it was LeBron with the Cavs not the Cavs, the Heat, I should say, in like 06, 07. And it was, I want to say, I could be wrong, it was either Jordan in the 90s with the Bulls or whatever. But I bring this up. It was.
I'm sorry. I want to interrupt. I waited a little too long, but we're gonna get clowned on for your 06, 07 LeBron on the Heat.
I don't know this. Listen.
It was in the early 2010s before some moron
May
said,
as well been
"Oh, you
15.
don't know ball.
Bless you.
LeBron was in Miami." This is your little disclaimer right now. I'm looking out after you and all of us.
Thank you. But I didn't.
Continue.
You're right. Whatever that year was. Point I'm getting at is that it was 2 other guys that were like legends, and I think it was Jordan and I think it was LeBron. And then they show SGA in the same statistic, and it's like he's going for a second one. I just think the narrative of like we could be witnessing the next great one here, even though there's so much great talent out there, is ridiculous. But I would not put it past the NBA to be like, well, this is a storyline we can really drum up. MVP. Just give them the MVP so we can at least check that box and have this be a storyline. If we give it to any one of these other guys, great, wonderful, awesome, lesser of a storyline. That's my tinfoil hat, is that they are pumping SGA MVP specifically so that they can keep that narrative of he could be the next player to go back-to-back.
I think they're just doing it to piss us off.
Yeah, I mean, that kind
Personally,
of... Yeah.
I think that's my tinfoil hat.
Probably, yeah.
You get
I guess this all could be drummed down and really boiled up, condensed down into they just want more viewership, however they can
viewership / clickbait.
Yeah. Let's talk about game 1,
Yes.
which was
Yes.
almost 2 games.
It was 5 quarters.
It was awesome. That
It was
a
good.
great
It was
game.
good, dude.
Did you say it was 5 quarters? Wasn't it not double overtime?
It was double overtime, but it's
4.5.
5-minute quarters. So they basically played
yeah.
almost 5 quarters.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah.
But still, First times, this is where I was wrong. It was the '08 that was the last time there was a
which was also
double
LeBron.
overtime. That's where I'm getting my dates
We
backwards.
talked about it
so
before
thank
you
you for
got here,
saving
so
me,
maybe.
but yes.
Yes.
08, last time we had a double overtime in the NBA playoffs, which
Cavs,
great.
Pistons.
Cavs, Pistons.
Wow.
Can we just talk about the alien that's walking amongst us that dropped 41-24 with 3 blocks
And 3 assists.
and 3 assists in 47 minutes? First and foremost, the jury was out, I think, for me before last night. I'm convinced that he's going to be the best player of all time.
I was sold on Victor Wembanyama.
When you
When
got
he
his
pulled the card?
Yeah.
We
as
know
soon-
the answer
as
to
soon-
that one. You don't need to explain it.
As soon
You
as
and
I had
immediately
skin in
was
the
like
game.
when he got the card. Not when he was drafted. When
As
he got
soon as
his
the
card.
cellophane came off, that's when I believed in him.
No. But
Shout his name ever since.
Oh man.
I'm a firm disciple of Victor Wembanyama at this point. And yeah, it was funny to me seeing everyone talk about he's not ready.
He's
we don't know.
22 years old.
He won't be
Insane.
23 until January.
That's
It's
wild.
nuts what he is doing at his age.
Yeah.
He's almost a decade younger than us, guys.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
And he's almost 2 of us on top of each other.
That hurts.
That's really not cool. Speak for yourself. I'm 7 foot in spirit.
On
Yeah.
Tinder, anyway.
No, dude. Yeah, well, they don't need to know that. Dude, no. I am a firm bias believer, and I have no problem with people having bias. Just admit to it. But like, LeBron will never beat Jordan in that debate. It's always going to be Jordan as long as I live. I don't care what the stats are. I'll admit my bias. This is the first time in my genuine 29-year life that I have looked at a player and been like, I don't know that we're going to be talking about Jordan too much longer after this. And I'm not saying that in like, I'm obviously being a little bit hyperbolic when I say that, but you get where I'm going with
It's
it.
entirely possible. I mean,
I think this guy's going to win
Western Conference Finals.
six titles too. I could see it easily.
I hope.
You know what?
I wouldn't be mad about it.
Be real shame if something had happened.
And that's why we're saying he's
Be
on trajectory.
real shame.
He's on the trajectory to be one of the best, if not the best of all time.
He just has to not be really thin
This-
and weak in the knees.
This
And
is
show that durability.
Aging so poorly. I already see it coming.
I know. That's why I'm like, this is great for now.
For now. Yeah.
But at any rate, yeah, it's the first time I've ever watched basketball and been like, I think he's playing a different sport.
And it's fun to watch.
It's fun,
It's fun
dude.
to watch,
very nice to
and
watch.
he's won me over every time.
Yes.
Chet, whatever his stupid name is,
Holmgren?
misses a free throw, and he goes, "Yeah, let's
Dude,
go!" And I was
he's-
like, I love that.
He's got like mojo to him. I love it.
I freaking love it. He is living in Chet's head rent free,
and he's
it's
like
so
and it's
freaking
amazing
funny.
because if you
It's
really go
so
back
funny.
and look at where the rivalry between Wemby and Chet started was at the
Rookie of the year.
U19. Well,
Voting.
That yes, but before that was
Crazy.
the U19 tournament where France
True.
and the USA
Oh, that's
played.
true. I do remember
and
this.
Wemby fouled and ended up losing the game for France, and then Chet won.
I do remember that.
MVP for that. But then you follow through, and I love hearing the announcers talk about where's Chet. Stephen A. saying why isn't Chet defending Wemby, and they're comparing the two.
It's
Because he's getting the belt.
yeah.
If he guarded
every
Wemby.
time, I was about to say, they had better luck with Caruso on Wemby.
If I had to name a few
True.
differences between Chet and Wemby,
One's
About
not a
a foot.
flopper.
One's about a foot of height, I would say.
One doesn't
one
flop.
is Chet's white.
Yeah, that too.
Two is Chet can't read.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Do you not know this?
No.
What a shocker! The guy that plays in Oklahoma can't read.
Yeah, he can't read.
Oh, that's
Who
classic.
saw that? Who saw that coming?
I love it.
Yeah.
LeBron claimed
love
he
that.
already knew Chet couldn't read.
And here
Well, he taught him.
my mind though, just when we sit there and say that Victor Wembanyama could be a generational one-of-one
He
talent.
already is a one-of-one talent.
But here's the thing though, is he already has openly stated when he retires he wants to become a monk. I don't think we get another offspring of Victor Wembanyama. I think he's going to legitimately be a one-of-one.
Even
counterpoint,
if
even if we did, I don't think he's going to be 18 feet tall and
Doesn't matter.
thin as a rail and playing basketball.
literally, I was gonna say, how often does a Hall of Fame athlete have a kid that ends up being a
Yeah,
Hall
that
of
too.
Fame athlete?
Bronny James is going nuclear. He has more points than Michael Jordan in his career playoff points right now.
Minutes for sure.
3.5, 10 out of rage bait. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I was going to go 0, but I give
it's
you
just
a
too
couple
obvious.
points.
It was too obvious. I didn't buy that he actually believed what he was saying.
I still got angry anyway.
Hey, although I know you could sit there and necessarily say Ron Harper wasn't a superstar. Dylan Harper looks really good so far.
If anything, if there's
he had 7 steals last night.
If there's nothing else,
One time.
he is a great GIF.
Yes. One time.
Great moment.
Although, did you see there was a few times that I thought Wemby was going to unleash that elbow last night?
Yes, because SGA was trying to unleash it on Wemby, doing some really weird. He's doing some triple pump action on Wemby, and Wemby's just laughing. He wants the.
It should be 3 pumps and it's out. That's a flagrant.
100%. Well, random note: the Giants did try to do their pump thing again the other day, and they did do 2 pump action. Nothing. So I
they're
think
seriously policing that in baseball?
They are.
Wow.
But
what are we doing?
So Kane Peele's dead on. 3 pumps is too much.
That's it, I guess. Well,
two pumps is good.
It's good to know. It's good to know.
Anyway.
So yeah, we talk about Wemby here. I know Nate's not going to care. That's
the
okay.
story.
Well, Alex Caruso.
Nah.
Listen, the only reason that it matters to me is because
he's white.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just pinning the tail on that donkey.
No, listen. He sets a career high yesterday of 31 points, 8 for 14 from the three-pointer.
He did have a legacy night.
2 steals, 2 blocks.
I'll give him that.
Listen, knowing what we gave up, which was just straight up Caruso for Josh Giddey, come on. Not even a second round pick of the other 10 we got.
I don't know, man. Josh Giddey, I feel, has played up to his contract, played up to his trade. I think he's been fine.
It just as a Bulls fan, I
think both teams won that. They both got what they needed.
I agree. I think they both did, and I also think that this is comparing like a pear and a pineapple.
Yeah.
It's like one of those guys plays avid, visceral defense, and that's why you trade for him, not because he's going to get 31 in a playoff game one time.
Of course.
Vice versa, I think, can be said about Giddey, where it's like you're trading him for that offshoot. He's going to have like a 30-point night, but the perennial triple-double that he's going to average for the most part. It's like they each fill their role.
Absolutely. You know. I'm not disregarding it. But anyway, yeah, so his 31-point night.
Moved on quite quickly there.
That's because I wanted to get to the last point here. I don't know if you saw it because there's a brief moment where I looked at my phone at the end of regulation and looked up, and there was a hand on the back of the camera angle, and I'm like, the hell is this? I went back and watched it. The cameraman is coming up to film the Thunder bench, and Caruso gets up and pushes the camera back.
That? No, Caruso did, and Caruso and I think it was Chet put both of them pushed it away.
Yeah, then that was probably the second hand.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Holy cornball behavior.
Mm-hmm.
It's all they're such hypocrites, man. That, they can do all this gloating, I agree. You have this, you talk about the smugness in Anthony Edwards. This whole team has smugness to them. But the second you're in trouble and the camera's on you, you're going to push it away.
It wasn't even that they were in trouble. It was like after a Caruso 3-ball to like tie the game. It was basically celebrating them, and they're like, get out of my face.
You're probably not wrong, but screw the Thunder and everything about them. I think they're being a little hypocritical.
I would agree. I can agree with your point. I also understand the lens of we're about to have a pretty confidential conversation about the plays we're going to be running. Right, we've got a blob we've got to instill right now.
There's not a whole lot to be confidential. You have to try to stop Wemby, and you didn't.
Fair. I'm guessing there's a little bit more game plan involved, but what do I know?
Try to force the ball into Stephon Castle's hands, maybe? I don't know. I mean, he had 11 turnovers.
A triple-double with turnovers.
Yeah, he had a James Harden special, that's for sure. So.
On the other end, and this is something that I think you brought up a few times in our group chat, SGA, that first 3 quarters, arguably, was pretty much locked down.
Bozo!
First half, he had 4 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists, and only 3 free throws in 3 full quarters.
Overrated.
He did finish with 24 points and 12 assists with 5 steals.
How many free throws at the other?
8 of 9. He was 8 of 9.
Well, it's probably his lowest of the season.
Yeah, he was still 7 for 23 though. So bum, trash, overrated. He shot under 33%. So
it's true. That is true. That's a stat.
Yeah.
That's a stat that will go down in history.
It is a stat.
Speaking of stat that will go down in history, this is just a tidbit here. I'm throwing this out, totally curveball. derails everything. Did you guys see who won Defensive Player of the Year last year for the NFL?
I did.
JSN.
Hold on. I got to mark it.
What? Hang on. Not just Defensive Player of the Year. It's Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
That's even worse, man. Dude. Craziest part about this, I found out about this.
So bad.
I found out about this through a reel, and I was like, "What is this real?"
I thought it was
What's
fake.
going on?
I thought it was fake too.
And then I Googled it, and I was like, "He nailed this. The guy nailed it word for word."
Now here's the question. Let's say you're good enough to make the NFL, and not just good enough to make it, good enough to win the Offensive Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. You're obvious, as a wide receiver, no less, meaning you've got that head on you, right? You have to be sitting there in your mind thinking, I'm absolutely going to win another Offensive Player of the Year in my career. You got to keep the Defensive Player award, right?
How many other offensive players are going to win that award?
That's my point. It's like, that's going right on my shelf.
No doubt.
Above anything else, and be like, well, Dad, did you ever play defense? No, I was good on offense. They had to give me the other side.
Don't send it back.
For sure.
I love that. Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, so
That's
love
a
the video.
Bob Ross happy little accident.
I love the video of him pointing at it, and he's like, I want to clown him so bad.
Oh, I love that. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
No, it's
there.
fine
I just
because
thought that was
we were
funny.
going to transition anyway. It's going to flip some things around. You're talking about NFL. I had something that I wanted to talk about and bring up with you guys because to me, it really pisses me off a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
How do we feel about the schedule released this year?
It's all the same. It's the same.
It's
thing.
not
just
all
being
the same.
leaked.
I don't care about that.
Well, okay. Let me ask this. What's your contention? What's your contention with
We have 5 games on Thanksgiving week and 4 on Christmas.
Time out. I thought you were upset with the schedule reveals.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that.
You are just upset about the schedule.
That's
Yes,
why I was
yes,
thinking.
but that's
I
what I'm
also
saying.
thought
It's
that.
the
I was like,
release. It's
grow
the
up.
release.
It happens every year.
I
It sucks.
like-
It's the
I
same
actually
build.
care
I
about
have to just be
that.
spoiled. Yeah.
I know.
I actually kind of like the leaks.
I do too, but that's my point. It's like
Oh, yeah.
it totally makes the
Yeah.
reveals indifferent. It makes no sense.
It is really stupid. I mean,
it's
the fact
not
that
even
we
the
have
worst part that I have.
Thanksgiving Eve is disgusting.
Stupid.
They are
That
taking
is
over. Yeah.
disgusting.
So yes,
We got a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to
The
start
Thursday
the year,
games
though.
are also very safe picks.
That's
they
cool.
could be a lot of fun.
That's also dumb to me.
I don't. Okay, hold on. This is on record. So in about 8 months or 6 months, however long it's going to be before, it's probably way too close. 4 months from now, whenever September's rolling around and it's that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday of nonstop, 6 days. I just counted 6 days. I just counted for everybody of just straight football.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear one singular complaint out of your mouth.
I want to be very clear with my stance real quick. Okay.
Yeah, because you're going to love that week. I guarantee it. You're going to say it. You're going to be there. I love football. Football's back. Let's go. Let's watch these games.
I said
Not allowed.
I said it was dumb.
Yep, not allowed.
Correct. But I'm going to go on record here and say that if I had to pick that first week when we're all gung-ho and excited for football to be
That's
back,
when you do
that's my point.
That's
Not
why it's
during
electric.
Thanksgiving, not during Christmas.
I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing
it,
the
damn
first
it.
week. You are not allowed to celebrate it 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry. You made your bed, sleep in it.
I think you're forcing me to sleep in a room that looked like the bed I made.
No. The bed I bought for you from IKEA was
missing a few screws.
The first week. That's it.
Yeah.
It was just the Wednesday, Thursday. Guys, do I have to do it again? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday's college football. I know that, but it's still great football. Sunday, Monday. 6 days. 6 days.
Yeah.
That's with or without Thanksgiving.
My problem is I'm probably going to...
I'm going to watch every second of it.
I think I'll probably forget about Wednesday night, if anything.
Yeah, I feel like I probably will too. But
I think I'm going to forget about Black Friday because I forgot about it last year.
no, you're not going to
It's
forget
such a
about Wednesday
horrible
because your
time.
team plays.
I thought we were talking about things. Is this not? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the stretch for week 1.
I've only been
sorry.
talking about week 1.
Well, I thought we were talking about Thanksgiving.
No, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
only talking week 1.
I won't forget about Wednesday, obviously.
Yeah.
The other games, though, I definitely won't forget about.
Week 1, you're not allowed.
I'll forget about
whatever,
Friday
man.
and Saturday.
Whatever.
Thanksgiving, I'll let you, and I'll gripe with you. It's too much.
So just
But
to
now
go
we-
through, I didn't mark week 1 down, but I did put the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and another point that I'll get to in a minute. But we have Thanksgiving Eve, Packers and Rams. Thanksgiving, and I marked it as morning. It's technically not morning. It's like 11 a.m. to noon, but that's how I'm marking it. Thanksgiving morning, Bears Lions.
Love that.
Afternoon, Eagles
good game.
Cowboys.
Love that.
Night, Chiefs at Bills.
That's like a great slate on
Safe,
Thanksgiving.
safe slate, but probably good slate.
But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem. And
Is it going to be Justin Fields?
Everyone's talking about how they made a great job of putting the
forgot
big
he's on the
teams,
Chiefs.
the big coaches over
It's
there.
going to take somebody to realize what I just did there.
There's going to be either a record, whether it's Justin Fields and the Chiefs, or another team that's going to go through and get riddled by injuries.
Here's the problem. You could do this
Any year for any game. Yeah.
Literally anybody.
Yeah.
That's not my problem. I think you're just taking like the most common rivalry matchups that are, or the hottest rivalry matchups, and putting them on Thursday night. You're not trying anything new.
Yeah.
That's
Packers Rams.
Sorry, I'm talking about Thursday.
Objectively great matchup.
I'm talking about.
I'm not saying it's not a great matchup.
I'm talking about Thursday. Bears Lions.
Yeah.
Historic rivalry.
Yep.
Eagles Cowboys. Historic rivalry.
Yep.
Chiefs Bills.
Not historic,
rivalry,
but certainly a rivalry.
It's been
probably the biggest rivalry
for a while. My point being is that was my only gripe with it, is that you didn't try to do something a little bit different.
I love that slate. Yeah.
I still love it. But that was my only thing. It was like, we had Patriots Vikings a few years ago.
Who did the Cowboys play?
Very random,
Eagles, right?
But great game.
But it was a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
So that's my one thing with it. But I think they'll be all great. But to back all the way back to your point,
I'm taking even a further step back. I think I'm starting to really like that week.
Thanksgiving.
Hear me
Day,
out, though.
Yes.
that Wednesday night game
before we move
is
on,
at least a great matchup.
the Wednesday night game, I trying to think. I think that might be the perfect matchup on Blackout Wednesday to have Packers, who all of their fans are going to be blackout drunk, and then the Rams, who none of their fans are going to be blackout drunk at all. It's like, I think it's a perfect matchup.
They don't have fans anyway.
Yeah.
It's just going to be all Packer fans.
I just think that's so. I don't know. I just like that. I like the optics of a nighttime game where every single Packer fan will be intoxicated. That's not up for debate. And then like none of the other team is going to even know why you're drinking.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
That's fair.
But again,
I love that.
Thanksgiving
I
is
love
just
that
Thanksgiving.
matchup.
We've had what, 3 games for over a decade now, so I don't necessarily care about Thanksgiving Day, but Eve, garbage, Black Friday, garbage. Whether they're good games or not, I'm still gonna watch.
No, I know, but like
watch.
I have a take that I'm gonna die on this hill. I don't
Go
think
ahead,
I'll ever
because-
shift off of this. Football is football.
Uh-huh.
And for whatever, 5 months of the year, that's the best stretch of any sport is football.
I think my biggest gripe, really, in anything with football games, is going to London.
That I would agree with. You're not going to hear me.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear me pushing against that.
That's my bigger. And poor Jaguars fans have to go through it.
Yeah.
Back to back. Every year from here on out now.
I just think it's so foolish of us to sit here and be like, I love football, and they give you more days of football, and people are like, man,
yeah, that's
where's my
But it's
regular
the days.
schedule?
It's
I
the
don't wanna
days
watch
they're
football
giving
like
us.
that.
So let's just.
So what?
Let's move off of Thanksgiving.
That's
then.
fair.
Let's just okay.
More football
That's
is
fine.
better.
Listen.
That's a math equation.
That's fine.
It technically isn't more football. It's just spread out. On different days.
In a way. So
More
fine.
watchable football.
Let's leave
Yeah.
Thanksgiving week alone. Let's just leave it
More days.
alone. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Christmas. Okay.
Sure.
So Christmas Eve is a Thursday. I get it.
Yep,
Let
it
there
has
be a
to be
Thursday
game.
night game. We've got Texans and Eagles. And then we have Christmas
That's a weird
Day,
one.
which is a Friday, and we get another 3 games. Now, I don't really.
Why? What's the complaint?
Christmas is for the NBA.
There it is.
hang on.
It is.
I will agree with Brandon on this.
And that's fine.
I will agree with Brandon
That's
on that.
fine.
Basketball had Christmas. It should always be NBA.
Totally agree.
So,
You're
But
not-
that's the.
But
hold on, because the players don't even want to play on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
be biased. Nobody wants to play on Christmas Day. It's Christmas freaking Day.
To be fair,
I don't know, man.
I do. I can tell you right now. Any basketball, baseball, I don't care. Nobody likes to play on a holiday.
I guarantee you there are going to be a lot of NBA players. They're going to be pissed about playing on Christmas too.
Yeah,
Everybody
should be pissed.
But like, man, you want to just.
I'm sorry, guys.
I get it. Though.
Call me crazy.
I agree with you.
Call me crazy. The only people that I think should be allowed to complain about sports being played on holidays are the athletes playing in those sports.
And coaches.
That too. Otherwise, shut up and enjoy sports on a holiday.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into the office. You don't have to work. You don't got school. You get sports. I don't understand why people have this obscene objection with multiple days and Wednesdays, Fridays, and Thursdays.
You don't have to watch the football
You don't
games.
gotta watch it.
Yeah,
If you don't like
fair.
it, you don't like it. I'm
get
sorry.
it.
I didn't mean to get this worked up, but this is the hill I will die on until
get it.
I am 90 years old. If you like the sport, more days of the sport should not be a crime.
Hey, we also get 9 international games this year, so
That
that's
is
fun.
a crime.
Yeah.
War crime. Right to
It's
prison.
worse.
Oh,
It's,
funny how that changes.
it's worse about.
I said days, not times.
It's worse about the where than the when.
Yeah.
The where is where it gets really
No,
obnoxious.
but the where dictates the when
Yeah.
for us, and that's where
It
I draw
does,
the
yes,
line. 8 a.m.
yes.
football's too early.
Australian football.
Oh my
What
God.
are we
What are we
doing,
doing?
man?
Stupid.
What are we doing there?
That Mexico City's probably the only one that I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
I could kind of mess with
Yeah,
that.
because it's the same time zone.
Yes.
yeah,
yes.
or even like Brazil is not that bad.
at the same
but like,
time.
Brazil.
At the same time. Because of my gripe with, playoff games having to start at 8 o'clock despite it being the Wild and the Stars,
yeah,
I do like the aspect of screwing California over.
I love that idea too.
So,
but you're not
that's part of
screwing
my-
them over.
Yeah, you are. When it comes
morning,
to London.
yeah, you're right. Morning
so
games,
if it's,
you're right.
If it's
You're
7
right.
here,
You're right.
it's 5 o'clock there.
You're right.
So if the Rams ever have to go to London, screw them.
Yeah,
So-
you're right. You're right.
So that's my only positive.
I thought it would have been like a
out
2
of it.
a.m. thing, and I'm like, oh, that actually is not bad.
That might actually be for Australia,
That's
though.
what I was gonna say.
Australia is literally the dumbest idea.
Dude, I just can't wait
For
for there
a
to
game.
be like 17 feeder leagues, and I'm at like 4:30 in the morning sending you guys text on like an August afternoon being like, did you guys see the Shanghai Sharks win their game against the Bay of Bengal Tigers?
I don't. This is
Tigers,
completely,
ni hao!
I swear to God, I will do that.
completely irrelevant. I don't mean to change it, but
I love football.
I want to look at it more to make sure that it's a real story. But did you guys see that the Texas Tech quarterback, when they're revealing
Yes.
some of his bets, was like betting on, was it Turkish baseball?
Good, dude.
It was so
I understand
it really
where this guy's
obscure
at.
It was
soccer
Turkish. It
league.
was
Good.
Turkish
I
something.
know it's
when
in
you
soccer.
get a tip, you take it. I don't care where it's at.
I'll give him this. If he was
You're not
betting
betting
on,
on that game without a tip.
if he was betting that deep, I think he kind of knew a little bit of ball, man.
That's my point. You know something if you're betting those games.
Look, you're not just betting on that just for funsies.
There's two things you definitely know if you're
Yeah.
betting on that.
Yeah.
One or the other. You either know what you're betting on, or you know you have a crippling gambling addiction.
Usually,
You know one of those two things.
usually it's kind of goes hand in hand, though.
I was gonna say it's usually both.
He
but you definitely
clearly
know.
has a problem.
Dude,
but
that's awesome.
let's give him credit. I think he knows ball.
I love that.
Let him back in.
I think he absolutely knows ball.
Let him back
Let-
in. Look,
let the boy
he's out
play.
of prison, man.
Let the boy play.
He just pulled.
Hold on. Yeah, we've got you just
Sorry.
reminded me of a story.
I
No,
thought
I
he was
didn't
like,
write
we
it
haven't
down.
recorded any of this.
It's crap.
Dude,
No.
that'd have been so sad.
There's
Would've been
one
so
more,
predictable, though.
one more piece of news that broke today, by the way, and I don't know. This is something that makes me pretty happy. Rasheed Rice
I did
violated his
see this.
probation and is sentenced to 30 days in jail.
Yeah.
That's
Jail.
just.
And he's the said, well,
Straight
boy,
to jail,
can't-
right
he
away.
He kept competing OTAs. Oh no.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. He should get suspension time for this.
I know.
he should have gotten suspended for like longer for everything else he's done.
Time out. How many games was he suspended for last year?
6.
6. Okay. I was about to
I know,
say,
because
is
I
he
had him
going
in
to
the
spend
league.
more time in jail than punished on a football field?
No,
Not close. Not that close.
No,
but I thought
but-
for a second there, I was like, is his jail sentence longer than his NFL sentence?
My
That's
point
crazy.
is that 6 games was not long enough. But
Fair enough, yeah. It's a
yeah.
slap on the wrist either way you look at it.
yeah, well, I think there's a reason why he keeps doing these things.
Fair enough.
Because they're all slaps on the wrist. You would
Kinda makes
fix.
sense.
You would fix this problem if you
Crime,
just said
punishment.
you committed a second crime. You're done.
Well, there's you're missing a key factor here, Nate. In
He's a Kansas City Chief.
No, in baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out.
And let's
Fine, 3. Whatever.
3 is just a nice, clean number to strike out.
Personally, I'm more of a 5 guy.
If we're talking strikes, it's got to be 3.
and that brings
Unless
us
if you're Angel Hernandez,
Yeah. Ooh, God.
then it's 4.
or CB Buckner.
Yeah. CB is really, really hot in the streets. We got to change that reference.
So okay, we'll just stay here. MLB real fast. This is the last story I wanted to hit on today, and then we can go ahead. We can pack up. We can
We're
get out
just
of here.
ignoring hockey altogether. I love this.
Actually,
We did this the last time there was a really good hockey game.
As of right now, I kind of do want to ignore it.
I do too. I also kind of like the idea.
The 3 of the 4 teams that are in it, I'm really bitter, and I'd rather see an asteroid strike than those 3 teams win.
We get the least amount of views on our hockey content.
I beg of you.
Yeah, I like the idea of us just like saying we're forgetting hockey, and then each and every week, that's all we talk about is just, we're just going to forget hockey. And then we move on, and let's just not ever talk about hockey.
Why would we? Why would we remember hockey?
It would just be like, passing, hey, by the way, the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup, and what's going on? Yeah. I like that idea.
Please, Carolina, I beg of you.
Yeah. Dude, Carolina's played 4 games since like April 20th. Yeah, it's insane.
It's part of it is terrible scheduling because why are you starting at game 1 before the first round series hasn't even ended?
Very true.
But when you're kind of giving BTA, crap happens, man. You're kind of beating teams up.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. You're not going to play for a while.
I love that.
So, yeah, Carolina is definitely cruising through Montreal because Montreal just went through hell and back.
And Carolina's rested. Talking about hockey.
That's all.
And now back to baseball.
Yep.
There was a story that came out this week, and I'm waiting to hear if it's more relevant, if it's a little bit of a fairy tale.
Terry?
Edwin.
Oh.
Yes. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Los Angeles Dodgers closer Edwin Díaz was accused of cockfighting in Puerto Rico.
Hold on. I think we can throw the accusation word out of here. Everything that guy has said has been like...
And that's where I want to talk about.
Love cockfighting. What's wrong with cockfighting? My cock goes up there and fights like I pitch. It's like, what?
So USA Today found
These aren't
evidence
accusations.
on Facebook posts from February 2nd and February 4th advertising cockfighting.
Of this year, by the way, folks. Of this year. This wasn't some archaic, historic tweet. This was 2026.
Text in one of the ads translated into English reads, "The Puerto Rico Cockfighting Club invites all enthusiasts to a special match and a grand tribute to one of our island's greatest sources of pride, a tribute to the Puerto Rican star and cockfighter Edwin Sugar Díaz."
That nickname makes me so angry.
That makes me way angrier than the cockfighting story.
So now we go down the rabbit hole.
Such a stupid nickname. That's the most Dodger nickname I've ever heard.
You know that just because he did a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, 100%.
Or sold it. Probably sold it.
But,
he's fighting cocks, selling coke.
This is the most Dodger thing ever.
Yeah.
So now, so they go a little bit further. There is El Nuevo Dia. The largest circulating newspaper in Puerto Rico published a story on March 10th with a photo showing Edwin Díaz standing in the pit of a cockfighting arena. Translated into English, the article quotes Díaz saying, "It's a pastime I have followed since I was a child. It's legal in Puerto Rico, thank God. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here." Hey, buddy, I don't know if you noticed this, but Puerto Rico is a territory of the USA, and they banned cockfighting in 2019.
Here's the other one that I loved. I think this was a real quote. Based on all the other quotes, it's hard to believe this wouldn't be a real one, where he's basically comparing, like, one of my chickens goes up there and fights, and he's the closer, and I like to, spirit him, and I think he channels my energy when I'm closing on the mound. It's like, what are we doing? Dude, we're talking about a cockfight.
Those chickens definitely walk into Timmy Trumpet. I'm telling you.
I think it's so funny.
They're listening to Narcos every time.
I think it's so funny.
Otani was there.
Yeah, he's betting on it. His translator.
His new translator is betting on it.
Yeah, I think his old translator found a way to get in on the action somehow.
Yep. He doesn't need a translator. We can all agree he does not need a translator. That guy understands English perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So there were 2 other names that were noted in this, by the way.
Shohei Ohtani.
No, they were jockeys, ironically, of all people. Jose Ortiz and I think his name is Arad Ortiz. They didn't respond. They didn't answer any of the voicemails. What level jockeys?
We're talking Kentucky Derby jockeys?
Yeah.
In that case, I might do a whole 180 spin. This sounds like an electric crowd.
Sounds like an absolutely electric crowd. We got cockfighting. Well, I don't want to say it because I don't know. Short people.
It's electric. It's electric.
You know what? I'll cut Edwin Díaz some slack. This is kind of a vibe.
I am too. I'm kind of want to see this like live, not the chicken fight. I want to see the crowd around the chicken fight.
Could you imagine prime time in this area? You got the cockfighting tournament at 3, dude. And then you got short people.
You know we would have that if it was legal.
Short people WWE at 7 o'clock. The heavyweight matchup.
Y'all know darn well Manuka would have a cockfighting ring if it was legal. You know we would have something like that.
Don't come look into our town, please.
I muttered it not loud enough that I don't think anybody will be able to pick it up.
By the way,
our town probably would.
There's a maximum penalty for participants in a cockfight, and it is a 5-year prison sentence, and a fine, and a maximum penalty for a spectator is 1 year and a fine.
So a spectator's getting That's cold.
That's. I'm just watching. What if I just pass by in the street and see a crowd?
You're part of it.
Well, you're an accomplice. Supporting it. I wouldn't say.
If you turn your head, buddy, you're gone.
Ah, damn.
That's unfortunate. I really wanted to see short people fight.
Damn. I was excited to see all them cocks. Chickens.
That's on record.
I'm talking chickens.
All right, Mookie Betts.
Clearly.
All right, Mookie.
Yeah.
Well, that was because we're not talking about hockey today.
We did talk about hockey. What are you talking about?
We forgot about hockey.
No, we didn't. We definitely talked about hockey. There was a certain 1.5-minute conversation about hockey here.
True.
You can check the tapes.
And I hope you do check the tapes because we have now 36 episodes out there. So like it, subscribe it, comment on it. Let us know what other MLB superstars you may find in a cockfighting arena, and let's maybe make a list of people.
Or pull your most obscure ball knowledge name and see if you're casual or not.
I'm going to
put it on the list.
Hold on. I'm going to double both of these topics up. Give us your most creative historical baseball name if it was a cock in a cockfight. You know, there's
Rusty Kuntz.
Yep. That's the chicken that's going to win it all.
Rusty Kuntz is winning it all.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of baseball players back in the day who could share a name with a lot of these fighters.
There's a lot of guys named Dick.
Yep.
A whole lot.
Dick, and Harry. And with that, I will bid you adieu.
And I'll bring it back to me. Again, like and subscribe it. Thank you for watching. We're out of here.
Sweet.
Beautiful.